You're absolutely right.
understand.
Yeah. Usually when I have such a chair, I would take off one of my shoes and then I'll bend my leg so that I can have more support in terms of height so that I can be a little bit towering the table. But of course, it's just so that I can reach the backering of my opponent's squares easier because otherwise sometimes in time scramble I do that just to be more just to be more steady and ready for any sort of actions. But here, yeah, you have two type of completely different tastes of chairs here. If I can roll it, and then have some little exercise, that would be good.
Yeah.
But
Well,
everyone has their own taste.
I agree. Well, that's why they say that every president in America has been tall, is because you want that towering presence, you want that psychological impact. And yeah, well, small things. And the match has actually, on the most part, even though this scoreboard has been significantly in Ju's favor, it has been decided on small things. It's been intense, it's been thrilling at times. But when push came to shove, it was decided because Tan had a terrible piece somewhere. And somehow she took the wrong decision, and Ju was just relentless. So, queen to b4. This is also simple stuff, right? She's just arguing, let's trade off the queens, let me control the d line, and I will let you enjoy the power of that bishop on c8. Okay, so there we see a5 from Tan. That's going to be met with well, it should be quick. Queen takes d4.
Yep. And this is the type of move that's similar to bishop takes d4 UV. If you don't play f5 and forcing the queen to take the d4 pawn in this position, after rook takes d4, you can say that this is a very comfortable position for white, and white can actually push for a win. So f5, again, this is the move that whether you like it or not, you have to move it, and then forcing the trade like this, whether you like it or not, you have to trade the queen. So this is such a torturing moments for Tanzoi, knowing that the match situation is not into her favor and she has to play for a win. But Ju Wenjun, with her strength and experience, doesn't let any single chance to be in Tanzong's way. And
Yeah.
now we are on move 22. They have 18 more moves to go to agree for a draw because, well, I might call it too soon, but come on, be objective in this position. It's completely dead drawn. If anything, it is White who is pushing for a slight advantage, but I believe Tanzongi will be able to hold it.
Yes, I do think that she's feeling nervous. She might make a move like b3. And then I do feel like after b3, that's a step in the wrong direction. Maybe black has some chances with a4 at the right time. And now here, I suspect that we're going to see bishop to d5 from Ju Wenjun. She's going to say, let's take it into a double rook ending where my rooks are very well placed. And sure, the position is completely equal because you two can get active with your own rooks, but rook 5 against 5, symmetrical pawn structure, not much in it. No, I mean, Ju Wenjun, she's in business mode. She chose the opening, she made the correct decisions, and look at this. She could have played for being slightly better, but she's like, let me just remove all risk, all the game, all the life from the position, and let me just steer the game into what is almost certainly going to be a draw.
I'm a bit different to you, Yovi. I think in this position, because I like to solve the problem. And in this position, of course, you can argue that there is no problem in White's position, but I still feel a bit uncomfortable having the king not having any luft. So I would like to move it because I can see that this is not a threat yet. Let's say I play h3, or actually in my mind, I would like to play h4. Maybe it doesn't matter, but maybe h3 is more stable. So in my mind, it's like bishop takes a2, and then you can take b7. And after rook b8, then you can have this. And then this is stay with the bishop on b7, and I don't see a way for black to keep going with the game, as in to win the game. Of course, you can play bishop e6, for example. Just put rook on c7, you're good to go. So I think if I were Juwenjun here, I don't know which pawn move that she will choose to create a passageway for the king, but that is the idea. That just to solve this background problem, because whenever black takes this pawn on a2, you can simply take the pawn on b7, or otherwise